Meet Velma Ife George. Ife is a mother, grandmother, entrepreneur, health advocate, and mentor. Ife mentors men and women in the U.S. and many countries around the world to lead healthy and prosperous lives. Join us every Saturday, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, the Hicks Sisters Zoom call. Ask for the password and have a happy Kwanzaa, happy holidays, Merry Christmas, and a Happy New Year.
Hopefully, as Adrian said, you all have enjoyed the holiday season so far. And we're always excited when we get to meet. She mentioned Kwanzaa, of course. And so today, day one of Kwanzaa, is unity. And that's exactly what you see going on these calls every weekend. The Hicks sisters faithfully every Saturday at 8 o'clock have this Tower Garden call to educate and empower the masses globally across all of the teams. And it is a one-stop shop where you get to hear stories of the company, the community, the health experiences, and of course, why you're here to see some Tower Gardens and some Tower Garden gardeners. I'll tell you up front that we are not professional gardeners in any stretch of your imagination. We have just had a blast, a fun time, absolutely enjoying our towers. We get lucky today because, of course, our mother, my mom-in-law, has a Tower Garden, so Johnny will get to actually show you one. But I did want to just mention the 50-year-old company, 50 plus years almost now. They started in 1970. The same president, Jay Martin, is still in the seat. Amazing visionary who actually started in the 70s with the smoke detectors. A lot of people don't realize that, know that. And then it was in the 80s, the water filters. And 90s is when the Juice Plus product came out, and how many of us on this line were connected through the Juice Plus product, fruits and veggies in a capsule. And then in 2012, the Tower Garden came out. It is an amazing company with an amazing heart. They give a lot of money absolutely to the Children's Hunger Fund. They do Tower Gardens and all of, if you have a volunteer staff that is willing to, step up to the plate, they will absolutely grant every Boys and Girls Club in North America a Tower Garden. They do the St. Jude Marathon, and they were able to do it virtually and still raise a lot of money for the St. Jude Research Children's Hospital. Volunteers of America. This company is an amazing company that we are all aligned with, that I tell you, a lot of the senior leadership have been with this company definitely 10, 15, 20 plus years. So I've been with the company, Johnny and I, 15 plus years now. And I will tell you, yes, it's very exciting getting to that national marketing director. For those of you who are new to the call and don't understand titles, don't worry about that, okay? Get with whoever invited you, but understand that it does take work. And the work is absolutely getting people in front of the information, or the information in front of people. And that's why you're here. So we want to absolutely welcome you again, and just really briefly let you know that my health journey was absolutely turned around. It was an autoimmune disease that really ended my absolutely successful Army career. But God had other plans, and I tell everybody, get to know your neighbors, love on your neighbors, because that's the people, the weebies, who introduced us to this amazing company, the product, and really opened our mind to this whole other side of living life, totally medicine-free, absolutely being able to inspire others around the world to make one simple change at a time, whether it's you grow your food with your Tower Garden, and Johnny will explain what that Tower Garden is, or you absolutely consume the fruits and vegetables in a capsule that we call Juice Plus, and a plant-based omega and amazing protein shake. And I will tell you, for those of you who have been with the company, it's a lot of amazing things happening. I usually go through the statistics every week, and if you've been on the calls, you know that our company absolutely had record sales this year, month after month after month. And I will tell you, for our organization, we are holding steady, and it is exciting, and we're continuing to grow going into 2021. So you are at the right place at the right time. Guess what? With the right company, with the right products, a very small product line, 6 products. That's it. And I will just, put it out there and give you guys a teaser. But we do have a non-soy protein powder coming in the future. We also have a high proteins, powder coming in the future. So that is very exciting. And we've also unveiled the All Things Digital new juiceplus.com site. So if you're new to the call and you just joined us, then guess what? You're part of that new era where the company has listened to the field and has absolutely made a lot of changes to make the customer and the partner journey a lot easier. So again, you're here for the Tower Garden. I don't want to belabor that moment. I'm going to tag team with Johnny, but just know that you're in an amazing community to get educated and empowered to take control of not only your health, but and also take control of your food source.
All right, hello everyone. Again, is glad to be on the call. The opportunity to share many great things that's going on with the company, and in this case, as Beverly said, we pretty much got thrust into this because of our health diagnosis. And as we continue to help people just through their nutrition and the consistency, the variety of fruits and vegetables that we share, many people, were able to show a lot of improvements. But in 2012, the company introduced the Tower Gardens, which grow 20 different plants at the same time without soil, and you could do it indoors or outdoors, and you could do it year round. So it's been a great introduction to the company, a great addition, and many people have been able to do it. So now we're in Mobile. Believe it or not, it's probably colder here than it is in many other places of the company. So we're down into our 20s and 30s. And so I'm going to show you what my mom is doing with her tower gardens. If my mom is American, actually to grow her tower garden, trust me, anybody can do this. I'm going to turn my camera around. She actually just simply covered her tower garden with just a large plastic bag, almost like a big garbage bag. And it actually has these butterfly clamps that I've added to here. They just clip onto the base of it. So I'm going to lift off the tower because it kind of acts like its own little greenhouse, if you will. I just simply lifted it off the tower. And so on here, she has a lot of kale and greens and chard, and I think this motion light just went off on me. Right, so hold on a second. The marigolds, and she has some more collard greens and kale on the other side. And she just keeps it simple. She just allows it just to grow on her deck, and she does very little to it. But it continues to grow, and she's harvested off it numerous times. My Aunt Martha across the street, they pulled mustard greens and others off her tower on yesterday and prepared them for Christmas meal. And so it's just a great opportunity to just do what you want. You can grow anything other than a root vegetable like beets and potatoes and things that like to grow into the tower, you can grow on the tower garden. And so this is just a very simplistic way you can do it, even in the cold, like we talk about year round. In this case, when we're, even in Mobile right now, we're in our 20s and 30s. And so this just gives you just an example of how you too can grow year round. And for child to thrive in this kind of see there. And so just have fun with it. This is the Tower Garden Flex. There's actually another version we call it Tower Garden Home, where this has 20 full-size pots. The Tower Garden Home has 16 full-size pots, but it also has 16 microgreen pots. These towers are outdoors, but you can do the same thing indoors, and you'll have LED grow lights that attach directly to the top of the unit. So just have fun with it and love on your tower, because it is a garden, and have fun.
I know your mom is like, you better put that bag back over my baby.
Yes.
That is just so amazing. These tower gardens they're just mind blowing.
Thank you so much for allowing me to share my story on this call with you today. I just want to say, normally I celebrate Kwanzaa, and I always do the first day of Kwanzaa, which is Umoja, unity. And even though I'm not doing it at my place this year, I feel really connected to all of you in this platform that we have here. The unity is so strong. So I want to say Habari Gani Umoja. So anyway, my journey started, I guess, back when I was ready to graduate high school, and my mother was diagnosed with diabetes. And I started thinking of ways that I could avoid getting that disease because I'm deathly afraid of syringe needles, number one, and I don't want to be sick. So anyway, I went to the library, I did some research, and I found some information that I could use to, get me started. In addition to that, I read Elijah Muhammad's book, Eat to Live and Not to Die. So I was able to eliminate a lot of the foods that I had been eating that I thought was good for me that really was not good for me. So as I eliminated those foods, I noticed that the extra weight that I had on my body just came off just like that. So I continued studying, nutrition and what I need to eat. So I've done a lot of different kinds of things. I've eaten for my blood type. I've done a lot of fasting. I've done a lot of vegetables. I never tried the total vegan because I know that I know based on my blood type, I should not be a total vegan, number one. But I've tried many things to really keep my body in a healthy state. In addition to that, I realized that with any kind of diseases, anything we do in life, we must exercise. So I started a journey, and when I got to college, of running long distance, and that had taken me to a place where I ran 22 full marathons, which is 26.2 miles, and one ultra, 37.2 miles. That has really kept me balanced and in shape mentally and physically. And however, of course, there's a lot of wear and tear. So when I say fast forward, with all of that I've done, with the fasting, the praying, and eating the right foods, during the COVID, back in May, I was hearing stories about perhaps we would have to get on food lines to get our food. And I live in the Bronx, like you sisters came from the Bronx, so you know how we love the Bronx, but we can't always get what we need there. So I started becoming really concerned about what I was going to put into my system because I use vegetables, like I juice them, I make salads, I use it constantly. So I happened to have been on Facebook and saw one of my cousins, talking about this tower garden that she had purchased, that she had planted her stuff in April, the beginning of April, and by the 25th, she was eating off this tower. So I called her right away. I was excited. Unlike most of you, I didn't have a tower garden call that made me make a decision. I had my cousin's tower garden. So anyway, she told me all about it, showed it to me, walked me through on the messenger. And I was so excited. I was like, look, I have to get one of these. Where can I go? So she told me about the Hicks sisters, and I connected with my sister, Adrian, who told me all about the business. And she said to me, look, if you really want to be a partner, you can buy your products from yourself. So I said, whoa, that sounds great. And she told me the price and everything, and I went for it. So, and I started planting my seedlings and really getting excited. And of course, I planted things that I liked, and I was watching them grow. I've done some okra. I had a couple of okras on my tower garden. I've done all the different varieties of salads because I eat a lot of salads. I've done spinach, bok choy. I mean, it's amazing to just pick it off my garden and go in the kitchen and eat it. It's just, I mean, what else could you ask for? And as we said, no, you don't need a refrigerator. It's tower to table. So of course I'm doing my, harvesting my stuff and whatnot. But before my harvest, I kept hearing about this Juice Plus. I knew nothing about Juice Plus, and they kept saying it's whole food nutrition in a capsule. So I said, well, if I'm going to join this company, I might as well take everything. And then I heard about the omegas, how strong and powerful they are. And since I have had bad knees from running all the distance that I've done, I said, I have to try this omega. So I got the trio and the omega. So I started taking it. I said, let me see what happens. So about the second month, I noticed that the pain in my knee, my right knee that bothered me every night, that I had to put an ointment on or sometimes wrap it up to go to sleep, was not aching me anymore. So I looked at it and I said, okay, I'm not going to really focus on that yet. But I kept on watching and looking for signs. When it rains, I'm usually able to tell the rain is coming because I get that pain. So now I can't even predict the weather anymore. And I have to say, I am so grateful that I came upon this company with these products. Even though they don't have a lot of products, the products that they have are so important for our health and for our health, like agents of health and wealth. Of course, we know we can make money also, but the most important thing is our health, because without our health, we can't do anything. You know, I lost my mother to diabetes. I lost my grandmother to diabetes, and my grandmother was an amputee, which really opened my eyes to really make me go harder, because the thought of being in her position, looking at her, I hurt so much for her. But it is what it is. And I have other relatives in my family who have lost some of their limbs already. I had a cousin that she lost both of her limbs up to her hips. And this stuff is like, I'm saying, how could you allow yourself to eat the foods that take you there? But me, I'm a stickler with my health. And once I know that something is not good for me, I leave it alone. If it's good for me, I'm going to eat it. If it's not, I leave it alone. So basically, I am so excited to be a part of this company for the products and for the community that we have, this strong community where we work as a team. And I can make a phone call to Adrian, to Sunday, to Kim, and just ask my question, or even the support from the office. You know, our Juice Plus offices, they offer so much support. So I'm just so glad that I decided to join this company, and I am feeling very confident that I will continue staying with this company and using these products and sharing it to everyone I know. I'm on a big mission now to get my family on these products. So I'm making progress. I've got my children on it, so that's a big thing. So basically, that's my story, and I look forward to growing stronger in this business. I look forward to making all those high level positions that everyone talks about, that they said don't worry about now. I won't worry about them, but in the back of my mind, I am pushing. I am pushing because I want to continue to grow, and I want to continue to help others to grow and to continue to take care of their health. So on that note, I'd like to say thank you again for allowing me to share my story.
All right. Yeah, I have some questions for your mom, Johnny. I could use a little help because here in Evans, Georgia, the temperatures have also dropped and it's just unseasonably cold.
I will add this, just like we put the bag over it, you can also do an aquarium heater put into the actual base of the tower to keep the water warm or lukewarm, and that'll allow warm water to actually flow over your plants too. So now that you bring that point up.
Thank you so much for mentioning that, Johnny, because that is exactly what Everton and I did today. And so everyone here is going to have an opportunity to learn with us. This is the first time that we needed some type of heater because in Georgia, we would have maybe 1 or 2 nights that would fall below freezing, but not consecutive nights like we're having this year. And so I'm going to show you what we have going on with the towers, but you can see that some of the plants have been able to survive the cold temperatures, and some of them are going to need help from the fish tank heater that we've put into the water, and even some advice from Johnny's mom if that doesn't help things. I'm so happy to share with you guys that I was introduced to whole food concentrates just 3 years ago. And the changes that it has made for me and for my family have been just phenomenal. You know, frequently my husband and I, we would get a cold, or we would reach for some, some Aleve or something to settle our stomach. But since we started with whole food concentrates, what's really amazing is that all of the things that we used to reach for in our medicine cabinet, we don't have any need for those anymore. And that really just fired up our quest for learning more about what plants can do for your body. Introducing whole food concentrates and omegas and the complete smoothies to our everyday just continue to improve our health. And I'm so glad to say that these changes that we made, including reducing sugar, eliminating processed foods, getting a good night's sleep, increasing our water, being part of this community and learning more about the pillars of health and how to really keep our health as a priority, it has just made such wonderful changes, and we're really glad to say that today my husband and I, we are completely healthy and prescription free, and just really excited about living our best life. So adding in the Tower Garden just made perfect sense because we saw what it was doing for us. And so we're really happy to show you what the Tower Gardens look like, what we have going on here. You gonna help me? Okay, I need to turn this around. All right, so here is our indoor tower. And so what I'm gonna be able to show you tonight are things that easily are surviving the cold temperatures, and some things that really took a hit and we're gonna be removing and harvesting from the tower. But some of the lettuce did really well, the marigolds, the kale, the chard, the celery is holding up absolutely fine. The microgreen section has come through the cold temperatures absolutely fine, as well as some of these herbs that are right here. We also have some of our chamomile and cilantro and dill. All of those are doing extremely well. This is the indoor tower unit, but we have our indoor tower in an outdoor covered space. And so therefore, that's why we have the lights on this unit here. In this tank, this is a smaller 13 gallons here. We just placed a fish tank heater in this one today. And then over here, the kale is doing beautifully in the cold temperatures, as is the parsley, more celery. The cabbage is doing beautifully. The onions are doing great. And I really think that this Swiss chard is going to make a comeback, but that remains to be seen, and I'll keep everybody updated on that next week. As for the herb garden, it is doing extremely well. The pansies, the collards are still enjoying the cooler temperatures. The rainbow chard, the bok choy, more kale. I did pull out some of the peppers. They did not like the cold weather. Everton is showing us, this is the fish tank heater that we placed into the water, because when we came out earlier today, there was even just ice all around the base of the tower. But this has warmed up the temperature and has brought it up to 69 degrees. We have it set for 83 degrees, only because we know it's going to drop below freezing tonight, but we're going to play around with the temperature setting. We're not sure where we're really going to leave that. Anything else you wanted to point out? But all of the other herbs are doing extremely well. Okay, you guys, that's it. Thanks so much for letting us share.
Hello from downtown Berkeley, California. And I am here in front of this restaurant. I didn't realize that they're not open today. They're taking a day off, but the tower is exploded over here at Revival Bar and Kitchen, which is a downtown Berkeley restaurant. And I'm going to turn my camera around so you can just see how exploded it is. Okay, just hold on a second. Let me turn it around. And I really love what Miss Lori Weeks was saying, because maybe the tower needs a little heater. Here we are in the Bay Area, and we grow year round, but this month and a little bit of next month is a little chilly. So maybe that's a good idea for my towers that are inside. But it looks like it finally took off. Close up, you can see all the lush produce that's coming in for this restaurant. And just want to point out that your local restaurants, especially with surges of COVID going on, they are, as my friend says, they are depresso, because they can't do what they love to do, is seat people inside. So why not offer your local restaurant to get growing with the Tower Garden? And then it's at least people pass by here. This is downtown Berkeley, like right near the BART station. And why not have them growing food? Why not having them have something really positive while things are challenging? So anyway, it's such a great idea. They said yes. This lady from the restaurant that owns this restaurant, I was watching her give to the firefighters. We had fires here. She had like a Latkes Palooza this time last year, like a fundraiser for the firefighters for Northern California had fires, right? And I just said, I was watching you. I would love to do something with you. And she said yes. And she just loves playing with this. She's been sharing this on her social media. And whether you create, you're gifting a tower to them, or whether they're able to buy it. I know restaurants are really hurting right now. So if you have the capacity to have an extra tower, to gift it, to loan it, why not? And it just creates good energy. It creates a little gentle promotion for yourself. This is the gift that keeps on giving. And right now my team is starting to duplicate and starting to get their own team growing, and this is such a positive thing. So I really appreciate getting to share with you. Happy, merry, safe, healthy, all the holidays, Kwanzaa, Christmas, everything you celebrate. This is the moment we're going towards spring. So why not celebrate with things that light up the world like this? So much love from Berkeley, California. Bye.
I love you guys and I love your energy. So that's why I was like, oh, it's Saturday night, I can hop on. And I happened to be sitting by my indoor tower garden home, and I turned off the lights so you could see it. It's all celery mostly. And then a lot of romaine, some kale, and very spicy microgreens, a marigold plant. And downstairs I have strawberries. So do you see that? That's the Juice Plus weather blanket. It looks like a ghost on my deck. So when I undo it, I have an entire tower garden of arugula. Can you see that?
Oh, beautiful.
Isn't that cool? It is so good. And we keep eating on it. This is a month out from seedlings, and we've been eating off of it 3-4 times a week. So, and I'd like to welcome a new friend of mine. Val Clark is on here. I happened to tell her about you guys, and she hopped on. So she's just getting her seedlings growing. So I'm excited to help her out. So anyway, Merry Christmas, Happy Kwanzaa, all those good holidays to you guys. And thanks for inviting us on.
So Trina, who invited you on the call? Have you been on the call before? And what do you feel about the business in whole or the Tower Gardens?
Julie Klein invited me. I'm not interested in the business aspect of it. I am interested in growing an indoor garden. I like that I can grow it inside my kitchen. I could basically go grocery shopping in my kitchen. I don't have to worry about bugs eating the vegetables. I like that it is sort of like organic. So that has me interested in purchasing one.
Well, that's awesome. So anything that is living can have bugs. The difference with the Tower Garden, besides growing inside soil, the soil bugs are gonna grow, they're gonna dig into the soil, and they just gonna go crazy. A Tower Garden, you can bring, when you open up the door, a bug can come in and multiply. They can come in on your clothes. But we are transportation for a lot of bugs. They come in on our shoes and they come in on our shoulders. The difference with the Tower Garden, if you do have bugs, you will be able to see it and you'll be able to eradicate it really quick. It's actually beyond organic, because organic still has pesticides and herbicides. You're going to be growing from your own seeds, so you will not be using any pesticide or herbicides. So congratulations on your Tower Garden. We want to follow you with it.
Thank you all for joining us. Continue to enjoy your holiday. Sending love, peace, and happiness, and health to everyone. Beverly, no matter where you are, the plane, the train, the bus, the car, the wagon, wherever you are, you're always there for us.
Look, with a new hairstyle.
Amazing.
Dream work.
Yes, thank you, Maureen. Thank you, Ife, Erica, and thank you all for coming out. If we inspired you with anything, please invite Diane. Can't wait to see you growing with us. And Trina. So once again, thank you. Have a good night. Blessings.